Hello everybody, and thanks for joining us. We are set for what should be a terrific game. This of course is the final of the KFC T20s, one apiece as we go into this one. It also is the final game of England's long tour, which has been well over the 3-month period, so they are keen to go out in a high. But it's been a long tour for them, but it's all about both teams playing well in this one. Temba Bavuma is on strike. Moeen Ali to start proceedings. A little bit wide first up, and he's got away with the boundary.
I just think that's the first of many. It looks a cracking surface, does this. Just back of the length, it sits up nicely. Bavuma just rocks back and gives it the treatment.
The big difference to remember also here, playing at Supersport Park, is they're playing at altitude, 4,800 feet above sea level, which means there's less dense air, less friction for the cricket ball. That will travel further. And straight away, the boundary for South Africa. Advancing. He does that so well. He's so quick on his feet, Temba Bavuma. Two on the leg side now for Bavuma as the ball will turn into him. And he goes straight down the ground. That's out of the middle, and that's one bounce and 4.
Well, I mentioned getting an over out of the way from your spinner. This is not working for England. 5 deliveries, 10 runs.
It's something you often see work well. That spinner first up. If it doesn't work, it suddenly puts a side on the back foot and gets the captain thinking. That is a beautiful shot. And 1 to retain the strike as well. That's a very good over first up from South Africa. 11 from it, 1 over gone. All they need is 1 or 2 of these overs early to really kickstart a team into this game. Both these guys have been in good form, Bavuma and de Kock. Tom Curran, I thought, was brilliant in the last game. Something different on the bounce. Saved the boundary.
Well, South Africa really proactive here. The first delivery from Tom Curran. They've seen this pitch, confidence in the pitch. Bavuma outrageous. Jordan does well.
That one's gone through, just past the edge.
Well, you just see that slipping every now and again. This is a pristine pitch. England see this guy as a real danger. Just try and get a catcher in. Nearly this time, nearly.
That's cracked through extra cover, and that's 4. That's a nice way for Bavuma to sign off the over. 6 from it, 17 for none.
Excellent start. First 2 overs for South Africa. No movement at all. And it seems from Tom Curran at any rate that you try and take the pace off. Classy shot. Ooh, look at the stride. Quite a small chap. He gets a big stride in there.
I think Mark Wood might actually enjoy this surface too. Up country, it's where the quicker bowlers like it. He will be steaming in. Wow, that is extraordinary. That is a magnificent shot. Goodness gracious me.
Length ball goes all the way, flying through the air. Look out in the crowd, you're in danger.
How crisp was that from de Kock? Welcome to the crease, Mark Wood. 137 k's per hour, that delivery. He won't change his pace though. Bavuma's cracked this one. Has that gone for 6? It has.
Well, this is fabulous. Probably the best pitch that we've seen. You get a great pitch and great players, they'll exploit it. Short, real short from Wood. It's quick enough. 145, disappears.
That is an amazing shot. That really is, considering that pace. to pick that up so early. He says he's used to playing the hooks and the pulls. He doesn't mind playing them at all. Oh, that's picked up. That's picked up, and it's dispatched into the crowd. These sixes are raining right now.
Well, you'll see most of the sixes are length balls. You saw that fabulous hook shot, Bavuma off Mark Wood, but the others have been length balls.
Because of the altitude we're at, good catch by the way, we're at Supersport Park, 4,800 feet above sea level. Ball travels 40 feet more, 3 meters more. That's gone as well. That's another fine catch too. 2 great catches in the crowd and 2 magnificent sixes.
I tell you, if you're in the crowd, you're in the game. These balls flying around.
Right, so what does Jordan do now? There's the catch. What does Jordan do now? And also, captain Owen Morgan. What changes has he made in the field? Sweeper on the offside has now come up. Extra man has been placed on the leg side. Doesn't matter. You can put as many as you like down there. They're not into play.
666. Well, they're firing these two. Bavuma, 24 from 12. De Kock, 27 from 10. 52 without loss, 3.4 overs. Another meeting. There's another meeting in the middle.
Over the top, yeah. Got himself a boundary.
And Morgan has pushed all the fielders back onto the extremes of the 30-yard circle, but just the confidence of hitting over the top. Jordan was interested for a second. Jordan's at mid-off on that edge, but it sails over his head.
Right, so halfway through after that shot, now 7 from it. The first 2 were really good from Tom Curran.
Yeah, just how to play the middle. Oh, wow! The sound off the bat tells you everything. It's gone for 6. Temba Bavuma.
Yeah, welcome to the crease. We've had a good series so far, but that counts for absolutely nothing. Gives it a little bit of air. Temba just backs himself, feels like it's in the slot. Slog sweep down onto the one knee.
Short and outside off this time. Cut away for 4. 10 and 2. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Brilliant batting this from Temba Bavuma. First of all, it was the power of the small man. Got onto that slog sweep. This is the finesse, the placement, a little bit of width. Whacks it on the square side and just a little side spin.
The damage done at the start of the over, 6 and 4, and the rest of the over, they're just making sure they're not taking undue risk. Make sure they take what they can get. If it's not there, just knock it for 1. Dot to finish. 77 without loss.
And when we compare the 2 people at the crease, you think, well, Quinton's been the aggressor. He's hit the 4 sixes.
A wonderful start once again, and it sets things up. It's been a problem for South Africa for a long time. They've been looking for somebody who can be partner to Quinton de Kock so that he doesn't have to do more than necessary, and by that I mean he doesn't have to look for too much. Temba Bavuma in India showed, walking in at 3, I think it was at that stage, that he can work the ball around, hit boundaries in his way in the power play, and can continue that. He'd have been disappointed in the previous game, Bavuma, because he started really well and then it slowed down. And I think for everybody in their innings, they seemed to slow down as it went along. No slowing down today. 6 more.
It's the biggest of the two boundary squares, 65 meters to be able to carry. And he's not allowing Ben Stokes to settle. Delivery 137 kilometers per hour, and he uses that pace just to help it on its way. Tom Curran for a long period would have thought he was in with a chance, but carries comfortably in the end. Little shimmy outside off stump.
Shot for none. Picked out backward point. Struck it though. Good crowd in, as expected. Out. Fetched it and picked out the man. Quinton de Kock is gone.
Yeah, celebrations between Stokes and Owen Morgan. It's the slow delivery. 116 kilometers per hour, and it's worked a trick. He's changed up the pace. As we mentioned, sometimes it just skids on at the half veld, but Quinton gets down onto one knee, just looking to help it on its way onto the bank. He can't pick it out the middle. Important wicket for England. The first one to go, the main man, Quinton, gone for 35. 84 for 1.
Rassie van der Dussen. Just the one, off the mark straight away.
It was the change-up, the off-cutter. Stokes is thinking, yes.
Yeah!
Pulled him! Beautiful delivery. It was quicker.
84 without loss. All of a sudden, Quinton de Kock back in the dressing room, and they followed up with the man who was on 49. And we said the quicker delivery. Through at 94 kilometers per hour, and the length superb as well, hitting the top of the stumps. Means it's difficult to adjust. Temba Bavuma has to go on his way. Played brilliantly for his 49 of 24 deliveries, 86 for 2.
Excellent by England. South Africa 84 without loss, and now 86 for 2. It's brought Heinrich Klaassen to the middle. Next one tossed up. Well, look at the wicket again, and I think it's the pace that does him. It's much faster than he expects. It comes out the front, I think. It's a variation ball. He perhaps looks to work it onside as a googly. Too straight. And Rassie van der Dussen thankful to get that, because they can get a boundary away, and it releases the pressure at the start of the over.
Yeah, Stokes will be very disappointed with it. There's very few periods where you can try and build some pressure on the batting unit, and with two relatively new men at the crease, this was one of them. So to bowl a full leg stump delivery sliding down, there's the frustration. He knows he could have done better than that, and he probably wouldn't have played a massive shot.
A 100 comes up for South Africa, 100 for 2, 10 overs gone.
Touch, and that's been given a right touch. Big six into the side screen.
Well, it's just extraordinary. It just seems like you don't have to try and do too much. You don't have to move around and charge at the bowler. You can just stand and deliver, hit through the line, keep your shape, and the ball is going to fly.
Klaassen's home ground, so he knows if he gets it at this altitude it's going to go. He's going to go again leg side. Cloths it.
right out of the middle. I don't know the length you have to bowl. The only ball that actually looks like it's not been easy to hit has been the Yorker. Anything else has really gone the journey.
Good work from Tom Curran, tumbling away to his right. Yeah, the other pitches in the series, we've only had 2 obviously, but sort of lent itself to bowling the ball into the surface. Do that here and you can just whack it through the line. Pulled away leg side, hasn't got it. Tom Curran has it. England have their 3rd.
No, a rare miscue. Straight away you could see he didn't hit the middle of the bat, and there's just a little bit of room out at that mid-wicket boundary. Hit the middle and it just flies and goes a long, long way. That one was always ending up short. Whether done for pace, just didn't quite get anywhere near enough of it. Simple catch in the end. Well, England, after a very tough start, are starting to come back into this innings. Not to be for Van der Dusen. He goes for 11, 113 for 3.
David Miller is the new batsman. Johnson is eyeing things up. Lots of protection for Rashid on the leg side boundary.
Lovely, Dilly.
Try for 2. It's the problem with the reverse sweep. People who play that reverse slog sweep means deep point has to go behind square, so just a regulation push, you generally get 2. Captains have a decision to make.
Yeah, Rashid wasn't happy that they managed to get back for 2. You mentioned the position of point just behind square. Butler had actually moved him just then in front of square, and Morgan said, no, go back behind. And he goes strong, long and massive over mid-on.
There's been so many opportunities in the crowd for a catch. Say they've been excellent as well. You don't struggle, you find the middle of the bat, it goes a long way. Every time Rashid has just slid it up with a little bit less pace into the slot. Well, the batsmen have enjoyed it.
Heave leg side, crowd like it. Batsman likes it. Another 6, another catch in the crowd.
Excellent from Klaasen. He was waiting for the short pitch delivery. Stokes has got away with a few, just banging it in, not quite halfway down. This time he takes a punt on back of a length. Well, that is excellent batting.
You mentioned batsmen trying to pull off the front foot as they're coming at Stokes. Stokes has gone predominantly hard into the pitch, so Klaasen was sat back on his right leg. Straight through him, well disguised slower ball. 90 odd miles an hour to 72.
Not a back of the hand slow ball, I don't think, but a good one. Completely did Klaasen. The fact that he's hit Stokes, he's now going to plan B and C, Ben Stokes. No, a back of the hand slower ball. That is not far away. You see again the bounce.
Delivery, you see Ben Stokes bowl a lot. That's more Tom Curran special. That was beautifully executed. Just enough bounce to take it over the top of middle stump.
The arm still comes over at a decent speed.
Two. They're going to come back for 2. Stokes at the stumps. Oh, he got himself into a little bit of a tangle as to where to go. He applauds Tom Curran. But he just couldn't quite work out where the stumps were or whether to go in front or behind.
That would have been tight, hard to tell from that angle. It was a good dive again. Right, Stokes sort of lost where the stumps were, didn't he? He didn't quite get in a position and then just had a bit of a wild flay at the stumps.
Anyway, here's Wood. He starts with a slower ball, which has been carved away through extra cover for 4.
Yeah, tough first over from Mark Wood. That's not going to make him feel any better. Just trying to roll the fingers across the side of the ball But on this surface, that's just going to sit up. That back of the hand slow ball goes up and comes down. It's harder to pick the speed.
Another slow ball. Another wonderful sound off the bat. Another 6. 50 for Klaassen from 25 deliveries. 1-4, 4 sixes, a strike rate of 200. 151 for 3.
Well, that's his second 50 for South Africa in T20 cricket. What a hand it's been as well after a fast start from Quinton de Kock and Bavuma. The innings was just starting to stall. Klaassen has played beautifully. Mark Wood is under real pressure. 4-6, his first 2 deliveries. With a strike rate of 200 with a lot of power as well. That slow ball is just going into the arc. Look at him roll the fingers across the top, then if any movement is going to go towards where he's looking to hit the ball.
Look where Klaassen's standing as well. He's deep in his crease and round to off stump, waiting for it to pop up, stay in the surface. A failure in the crowd.
Yeah, he did that where he just kept his hands below his eyes, so he didn't bring the hands up.
Now we're talking technique about crowd catching up. Just let him enjoy the cricket.
No, you know, they just, you see people do it where they just leave their hands below their eyes too long.
Beautiful shot down the ground. Mid-off was up, so once you got the elevation at altitude, it's a simple formality that it was going to be 4. Only a question of whether we go all the way for 6. 18 runs off this over. There's a delivery still to come. Wood is under enormous pressure.
Another Yorker missed. And that's the problem with mid-off up. He does well here because he didn't try and hit it too hard. He just knows he's got to get it over mid-off.
It's brought a change in field. Wood wants protection on the mid-off boundary. That's gone away for 4. Would have been a wide had he let it go. Fantastic over for South Africa. 23 from it. 164 for 3. Brings up the 50 partnership as well.
As Ian Ward was saying, that was a wide delivery. Would have been called a wide again if he hadn't just sliced it. It's confirmation of what I was talking about. The last 5 overs and a bit. Run rates just under the 13 per over mark. Oh, he's dug that out. That's an amazing shot. One bounce. I don't know how he got that lofted.
Well, the modern player. England all over the place as Butler comes up to chat to Jordan. It's a fabulous shot. He tried it full and wide. He had enough room just to get his hands through the ball. Opposite face of the bat, and it flies away.
Hard down the ground. This might be 4. It is 4.
Reaches the boundary in a flash. Oh, smiles on that balcony, but this is a great pitch. Jordan under pressure at the beginning of this 18th over. Boundary off the first ball. He's got 1 to ball. Curran's got 1 to ball, and then he's got a choice. Morgan will have the choice of Moeen Ali, ball the first over. Mark Wood has been clattered all round the park.
Surprise the umpire, maybe. That's leg side. That's whipped away for 4.
Well, England are all over the place here. It's not 6, it's a 4.
I think when you see Chris Jordan getting some tap like this, you know that England have got some problems. Yeah, they're up against some serious power hitters, but things are upset right at the start in my book, and South Africa have continued beautifully. Listen to the noise off the bats. That has gone.
How's it gone in the crowd? It's down.
This makes it 16 runs off the over and still 1 ball remaining. That is the power of David Miller. We've seen him do it a few times. That's crunched. That's gone for 4, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Wow, that is a hard shot.
Just look at how quickly it reaches the boundary. 200 up.
Beautiful shot, that one. right out of the screws. That man at long off wasn't too far away. 3 balls left in the over. Oh, he's edged that. And he's out. So Curran's picked up a wicket.
Break the partnership again. Still 8 deliveries left. It's Tom Curran across the seam. Banging slow. Pretorius departs the scene. 11, 202 for 5.
Oh, it's a full toss. And it's gone away. I think it's going to be leg byes. Still 4 though.
First one goes for 4 and it's misdirected down the leg side.
This is a mammoth total. Good connection. Is it out, Stokes? It is out. He doesn't drop him. Just doesn't drop him.
The strength of Stokes to stay inside the arena. Just a little bit of comfort for Mark Wood. Taking pace off. It's a good catch, is this, from Stokes. It flew at him. Dancing dude.
214 for 6. Oh, it's over the top. That's gone for 4.
Well, everyone's a winner. Hot chocolate time here. It's flying around the ground.
%62% of the runs scored have been boundaries. Full toss, hammered away, and hammered for 4. That's a nice way to finish.
2-2-2 for 6. England, you've got yourself a chase on here.
Welcome back to Supersport Park now. South Africa walking out on a ground they're familiar with. England knowing they have to bat so well right at the top in particular. That's what they need, 223. They've got to go at a crazy rate of 11.15. So Roy and Butler starting proceedings for England, and this guy is starting proceedings for South Africa. What a delight it was to see him running in at East London the other night. 62 wickets. Economy rate is brilliant at 6.8. He is delighted to be back in the lineup and really excited about today. Start of the second innings. Crack off the bat, straight to the fieldsman.
Well, a good start is always important, but when you're chasing down this type of score...
Bit of dancing around in the crease and gets it away effectively. Just one bounce. That's a terrific shot from Butler.
Yeah, watch the fake. It's all about rhythm for Josh Butler.
Short ball cracked away. That's going to go for 4, I think. Yes, it is. That's the second boundary. Another good shot from Butler. Didn't get all of it.
Yeah, just back of a length, but absolutely right. I don't think he got any of it, really. But still, you see how fast this outfield is.
That's hit hard, and that's hit for 6. That is an extraordinary shot. That's not a bad way to get going.
Pressure on the bowler. I'm saying that a lot. That was sweet out of the middle of Jason Roy's bat.
Maybe the change of pace will be in play now. Oh, it's gone high. Who wants this? Shamsi. Oh, he's taken a blinder. Shamsi has taken a brilliant catch. He's been swamped by the players.
In the end, after a slight stutter, that is an excellent catch. Never easy out of a blue sky. And that he would have understood. He had the time to think about how important that catch would be. Jason Roy, a big wicket, goes for 7, 15 for 1.
Brings Johnny Bairstow in the middle now.
Yes, yes.
That's nicely played. Running off the face, and that's 4. Nice way to get going.
And that's why if you just stand still, you'll just get, you give the bowler absolutely no margin. Nothing more than just a run down to third man.
Tahir. Over the top. Don't think he got a finger to it. 4 more runs, that's the result.
A little bit of luck, but sometimes when you're just slightly out of sorts, that's what you need.
Oh, it's nicely bowled, and he's got it through. He's got it through for a boundary. I was a bit surprised there wasn't protection out there for the last ball, I must say, but that's good work from Butler. 9 from it, 31 for 1. What a glorious afternoon. Full toss and dispatched. Got the treatment it deserved. Can't bowl those sort of deliveries and get away with it. Oh, he's clubbed that. That is a beautiful shot. That's gone for 6. That is quite remarkable. Outstanding batting from Butler.
I reckon that was bottom of the bat, though. Still don't think he's found the middle.
Whipped that away on the leg side. Another boundary. 6 and 4. 10 off the first 2.
Everything must go in the last couple of overs. Butler now starting to find, well, a little bit of a flow. Still not his best, but effective.
There's an outside edge, thick outside edge, and that's gone for 4 more. Brings up the 50 now. It's a big over for England. Still 1 ball to come, 2 balls to come.
Dale Steyn hasn't done a lot wrong. We've seen a couple of edges. Joss Butler's miscued a couple. 2.4 overs, 0 for 33 so far. Sometimes you can get a little bit funky with your fields. Third man had been in, well, I reckon he'd have gone for a few less.
But unfortunate there, Bairstow. Straight to the fielder. I don't mind the quicker deliveries. Strike rate is very good against the faster balls. So the slower balls have been more effective so far. This is in the power play. And easing that one down to third man region. Just the 1. But it's another very good over for England. 53 for 1. 5 overs gone. Rob and myself will take a breather in the commentary box now. It's going to be Tommy Mbangwa and Sean Pollock.
So often you'll hear it said that it's bowlers who will win your games. Well, it's going to have to be that way if South Africa are going to win here. Banged away. 4 runs. Bairstow.
The commentary box, that went out at a trajectory that maybe could have been taken by the fielder on the edge of the circle, but the placement was really good. Drag down delivery, quicker one at 124 kilometers per hour. Just hammered away. Really does get into a solid position, does Bairstow. We've seen throughout the series, not a massive amount of foot movement, just stands and delivers.
That's hammered away. Slow ball, too slow in the end because it allowed Butler to adjust. 4 runs, 62 for 1 after the power play.
The lack of pace on it meant that Butler wasn't going to wait for it to get him and hit it square on the offside. He could just flat bat it back past the bowler. Oh, the power play, it's been an impressive one from England again. 62 for 1. Jason Roy just lost his shape a little bit on that delivery. You can see the head going over to the offside. Just maybe swung a little bit hard. It's such a powerful 3 up front, but it doesn't really matter. If they lose 1 wicket, the other guy comes into the crease and it's always Bairstow, and they just continue on their merry way. 10 4s and 2 6s in the power play.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we just sung the praises of the fielders in their positions. Van der Dussen did the hard work of getting to the delivery. 1 bounce, 2 bounce. He got there and you'd be disappointed. He had enough time to get behind it and prevent the boundary from being accumulated. 50 partnership between the two of 31 deliveries.
That's a good hit. Good use of the feet and got right to the pitch of it. And it's disappeared. Butler in the runs now, just at the time that England need him.
It's talked about how good the spinners had been for both teams on the coastal conditions, but here the ball slides on at the half-field. Rashid, when he came to the crease, he was met with a lot of aggression from the South Africans. Shamsi facing the same dilemma. 450.
Nobody's gonna catch that, except perhaps in the crowd. Big shout of catch from Quinton de Kock behind the stumps. That they're sailing away here at Supersport Park. Big over this.
Quality striking again. This time Bairstow clears that front leg. It's the perfect length to be hammered down the ground. I think Shamsi needs to go back of length and maybe look to spin it away from the right-handers.
Doesn't carry. Thought they might have their man. 19 off that one. It's 81 for 1.
I think he'd be quite happy. He's got some hitting power still to come, and these two at the crease. I believe that England in a strong position to win this game. Change of bowling for South Africa. Victorious comes into the attack. The partnership 66 of 35. Main contribution from Jos Buttler, 40 of those.
Edged and gone for 4. Third man up in the circle, and it'll do nicely for Jos Buttler. 52 from just 23 balls, given England the start that they require in this mammoth chase. You applaud his intentions, I guess, as the batsman, because he's trying to get the ball that way, that side. It's probably gone a bit finer than he'd like, but in the end it's the desired result, and he gets his boundary, gets his half century as well. Job not done though, still a lot to do. Batting well. Partnership is 74 from just 40. The rate at the start of the chase, 11.15. What's it now? There you go, bottom of your screens. Just over 11. Big chase. Can't put a foot wrong. 90 for 1. Yeah, calmness in the crowd at the moment as this one unfolds. It's going according to plan for England. It's neck and neck as far as the two teams are concerned. 86 for 1. South Africa were at the same stage. Soon to be 86 for 2. England are 90 for 1. Here comes Bjorn Fortuin. It's the lull. What happens in these 4-5 overs to set it up for the back end?
No.
Somebody in the crowd, catch it please. It just disappears. Such wonderful hitting here today.
We talked about the lengths for the South African spinners, and you almost need to be hitting the top of the stumps. They've been over-pitched, and it really does make it easy for the batsman. There's no spin on offer. The ball's not stopping in the surface as well, so your length needs to be back of length straight. You can't float it up there. They'll just open the front leg and go after you.
Gone again. Leg side this time and away for 4. Brings up 100 for England. Big pressure on 14 with 10 off the first 2 balls.
Yeah, it's brilliantly played this by England. 13 ahead of where South Africa were at this stage, and these two on superb touch, Bairstow and Buttler, putting the bowling attack under immense pressure. That's a better line and length from Fortuin. The damage for the over in many ways has been done. 11 from the first 3.
The blue worm just sneaking ahead. Slower delivery from Pretorius, thinking 2. That's the shorter side. And it's the same men patrolling that area. Miller, long on. Bavuma, deep mid-wicket. Getting some mileage in, having to go from one side of the field to the other. But such is the specificity of personnel in terms of position. Those with the greatest arms, those quickest across the ground, will be in the high traffic areas.
Torres has started well. 8 deliveries from him in the spell. The only boundary he's gone for was that thick edge that beat Shamsi at a short third man. I think it's the length and the fact that he's a bit of a taller customer than most of the other bowlers that's working for him. But you do get the feeling England are trying to work out what the option is to try and take him down now. They've had enough of a look.
It's gone straight up. It's gone straight up. Catch is taken. Dwayne Pretorius gets the breakthrough. South Africa needed a wicket then.
And vitally important for the South Africans. England looking ominous at this stage. The innovation from Butler doesn't work out for him this time. England have 106 on the board. Butler goes for 57. Next man to the crease, the man who stepped in to replace Denley, David Malan.
Shot. That's beautiful. That is a good classic cricket shot. And it goes for 4. What a way to open your account.
$111 for 2. Bairstow is pulling firmly into the leg side and picks up another boundary. He moves to 46. England are 115 for 2. South Africa were 102 for 2. Shamsi has been exceptionally expensive so far. His 7 deliveries have gone for 23 runs. Remaining 6s and boundaries. There's another one. The power is just extraordinary.
Well, it's countdown time. 104 from 58 deliveries, 2 wickets down. Required rate 10.76, and that's down from 11.15 at the start.
50 for Bairstow from 27 deliveries, a couple of 6s and 6 4s. Goes again down the ground. Cries of catch it. It's only going to be in the crowd. They just keep hitting it into the crowd.
Well, it's a run fest from both teams. South Africa 2 for 6. You probably think they're halfway, like England have no chance, but they've peppered it again. Strong batting lineup. Look at this over. 4, 4, 6, 3 to go.
You were having a little wager with Rob Key next door, weren't you, about how many 6s were going to happen in the over?
We're just saying next ball's a 6.
That's all you kept saying. Bairstow thought about sweeping it leg side, advancing across to the off stump, and had the wherewithal and the skill to watch the ball closely and glide it down to third man. That was brilliant.
And the bowler again under pressure from the first delivery, goes for 4. Inventive stuff from Bairstow. Just seeing the little ball boys and ball girls around, they've got helmets on, they're dead right.
One nearly got taken up by Ben Stokes in Durban when he was running around to try and stop a boundary or take a catch. It's over extra cover, not on that line. He does want 2 now because it's drilled straight. Good teamwork, good fielding.
So 9 from the over, 1 delivery to go. Who's on strike? Malan. Just watching all the written media in front of us up there, tapping away. It can only be. There's another 6. There's another 4.
Still down, straight at him. He hardly had to move, and it has just burst through his hands. Bavuma, normally so good, he took a blinder in the last game at Durban. He's put down a sitter.
Big chance for South Africa, this. Malan slaps it to extra cover powerfully. It's really well hit and flat. Bavuma sets himself and it bursts through him. Wonderful fielder, Bavuma. There's a mistake.
138 for 2. Gone straight through him. Done in middle stump. Fuller delivery, a bit quicker. Danger man Bairstow's gone for 64.
Important wicket. Hits the top of middle. Great joy for the bowler. Nips back on him a touch. Castled. 140 for 3.
So England's captain is batting at 5 in this game. Batted at 4 in the previous 2, but with the inclusion of Milan, captain has slid down 1. Extra ball, might have got a wicket. Doesn't carry. Doesn't carry. Pretorius was scrambling to the ball, looking back into the sun. Morgan survives, 143 for 3.
And then Pretorius loses the ball, hasn't a clue where it's gone to. He's got his bins on. All timing from Roy Morgan. It hangs in the air. He looks anxiously. He drops short. Now he doesn't know where it is. He's not a clue where the ball is.
He's just pretty pleased at that point it didn't hit him in the mouth. Pressure's rising, crowd sense it too.
Really good for South Africa, this. England just stalling.
Missed out on a couple of cut shots, hasn't he, Milan? 1 off the seam, 2 off the spin. And another one under edge. Brilliant catch from Quinton de Kock. South Africa are dragging it back.
Well, he's tried 3 or 4 times to get that cut away. Looking to give himself a touch of room. Seems to be a bottom edge. Good work from de Kock. Excellent over from Shamsi. Right at the bottom. England 145 for 4. So 145 for 4 at this stage. South Africa 138 for 3. England need a blast.
Torres is going to bowl out here. Morgan is sweeping leg side. Bavuma is under it. It's over his head.
Yet another that just sails into the crowd. Effortless shot from Owen Morgan. He's a medium-pace bowler. He's at 101k. He gets down on one knee and slaps it into the crowd.
Another cut. This time it's Morgan. That's a left-hander's onion, isn't it?
And it's his shot too. Just wonder whether it's a little bit too close. But he'll be ticking after that 6, that boundary. He's well bowled. Just a little off-cutter.
Exposed his leg stump. Pretorius had a go at it. End result, this is another 6.
How far's it gone? Well, it's just long enough, is this? Look at the confidence. Way outside off stump, and it's on middle, and it's in the crowd.
8-6 of the innings to go with 17 fours.
Big story now as this comes to a conclusion. 61 from 29. And you expect with the firepower that England have that, well, they've got enough. But with the rate up at 12.62, you just don't know which way it's going to go. A slight mistake here and it shifts. And the game might well ebb and flow from left to right, from South Africa to England as we go along. Picked and banged out the park. Another one in the crowd. 170 for 4.
That was an excellent over up until that point from Dale Steyn. Just the last ball just swung it back to England. That rate had just crept up to 14 and a bit. It's still 13.25. Morgan picks the slow ball. He saw it easy.
Can he get it? Can he? No, he can't. It's gone for 6.
Well, he watched it. He thought he was trying to set himself on the rope. And then he just watched it go over his head, did David Miller.
That's going. That's going. That's travelling. There's a 5th 6 for Eoin Morgan.
Well, he can just stand and watch at the other end, can Ben Stokes. Whenever anyone's just stood still, set a base, they've been able to pick the line and they just hit through it, dropped. Again, that leverage coming, the whip coming from holding it right at the top.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's unbelievable. 20 off the over. And a cheeky one from Stokes to finish. It's 190 for 4. Thumped and gone for 6. Brings up the 50 partnership between Morgan and Stokes off just 23 balls. England doing it nicely here.
Well, at that speed, 131 kilometers per hour. Well, that's either brainless or brave. Ben Stokes just sees it so early, slow ball into the pitch. That did sound good.
Wow! That is some power. 200's come up.
You believe it, Pommy, you're chasing a score that they are, and the rate is now 8.57. It's getting close to a runner ball. 103 metres. That is right in the slot. Talk about a back of the length, slower ball.
Very good strike. Interrupted on its way to the boundary means they can get 2. One went for 20, the next went for 16. It's 206 for 4.
Oh, this is an excellent partnership. Ben Stokes has been on the undercard for most of it, but now he's starting to come to the fore.
Out! Picked out the man! Bjorn Hendricks is on as a sub-fielder. And the seeing in the ground on that side particularly, with the sun in your eyes, is not that easy.
It's never straightforward when you're chasing down this score. Hendricks on for Bavuma, probably a good job.
Gone for 22, 206 for 5. Just a single. The wicket, no run, just a single here. And they'll work on trying to get that rate back up. Just staying in the fight, South Africa.
16 from 10. Moeen Ali, Morgan at the crease. More symmetry in this series.
Straight up. Pretorius gets in. Oh, he puts it down. He puts it down. He did all the hard work and running to it. And just filtered as it hit his hands.
He did everything, got to the ball. In the end, once he got there, it's a simple chance. All he had to do was get to the ball. That was the question as the ball went up. Short ball into Moeen Ali. Could he get there? He did. Then it should have been taken. Well, that is a big miss. Had it, spilled it.
Another chance, another chance. No, it's not. It's 6. It's another 6 for Morgan.
Low full toss. They used to say that was hard to hit. Oh, just enough. Just enough.
No, that's gone. Oh, that is smashed. You hear by the sound off the bat, it's disappeared to the top of the bank. Oh, and Morgan, he hasn't hit a 4 yet. He has got to a half century. 21 balls. A magnificent display by the skipper. Oh, he's hit it straight up. It's a tough catch, though. Pretorius can't get there. They've run 2. Scores are tied. 2-2-2 for 5.
Never looked like he was even going to get underneath it this time, Pretorius. Amazing how the game, or the ball just follows you around. You drop one, the game gives you another opportunity. Pretorius can't take either.
Just one to win. Slower ball gets slapped over mid-off. Away it goes for 4. And it's England who take the spoils. They win here at Supersport Park by 5 wickets. And they win the series as well. 2-1. What a series it's been.